We see a beautiful girl. The beautiful girl now acts as stimulus. This stimulus through light waves hit our sensory receptors of eyes. Eyes as sensory receptors convert it to electrical and chemical signals through the process of transduction. These signals are then interpreted and put into particular memory slots in form of microtubes. Perception is created and updated. I utilize this perception and give rise to sensations. Now here comes the urge to fulfill these sensations. This is the moment of stimuli, sensation, perception, feeling from physical stimuli, push and pull by mind, thought, imagination, and feeling from mind memory and desire. When the background is in active mode, we are able to see and watch the complete movement of contact, perception, feeling, sensation, and desire. And when the background is not in active mode, we are unable to see the movement of contact, perception, sensation, and desire. Hence, we are caught in the process. Instead of becoming a spectator, we become actor. Instead of utilizing the mind, mind utilizes us and then make us dance on its tunes. The background must be active to understand ignorance. Mind can capture words, numbers, sound and pictures. It cannot capture silence. And silence is the background of sound or word spoken. Words written, numbers and pictures can be recognized by mind minus sound. But if a notebook has no words, numbers and pictures written, can the mind read it? Obviously no. Why? Because mind cannot recognize plain white pages of notebook. Thus, for this case, plain white sheet is the background. We pay attention to the contents of the mind rather than the mind. The only obstacle between truth and false is the mind. The only way to attain salvation is to understand mind, override mind. Anything which is complex, mind can understand, but anything which is simple, mind cannot understand. When a child is born, he or she is in dormant stage. The environment feeds the virgin mind of the child, and then this mind starts operating on the child. A particular human born in a particular era has the feedback of circumstances of that era. There is a difference of environment during Stone Age, now in computer age. Environment feeds the mind and mind operates on this feedback. We start living in a world of words, numbers, sound and pictures. We forget that there is a world beyond that also. If someone abuses us, we get angry, we get disturbed and we reciprocate in the same manner. Why? Words travel by sound waves, and these sound waves hit the diaphragm of the ear. Then this is converted to electrical and chemical signals before reaching into brain and our mind interprets this particular sound based on past experiences. If I say the mind will not be able to interpret it because each language has a particular sound. Interpretation depends on the particular sound wave entered in the particular mind and understanding in the same manner. And when someone abuses us, we get angry because the mind converted that particular sound or word into a meaning and the mind reacts. This reaction is due to the recognition after interpretation of the mind. Had there been no recognition, there would have been no reaction to it. And had there been no interpretation, there would not have been any recognition. Thus, the source was word, spoken or written, and its cognition by the mind. Can we live without words, numbers, sound, and pictures? Or can we live in such a manner that words, numbers, sound, and pictures do not influence us? We utilize them, rather, they make us dance on their whims and fancies. This is possible if the background is in active mode. Now, what happens when the background is in active mode? In this state, we are above the experiences of mind, its evaluation of past experiences, and thus we are like a clean slate. We are able to see the mind, its operation and total structure. Now the mind does not contradict and create mysteries to us, as now we are able to use it rather than mind utilizing us. Mind becomes a tool, it is utilized to its optimum, and the psychological burden becomes nullified, fear becomes protection, problems become brain teasers, misery becomes a challenge, and impossible becomes possible. There is a complete transformation. Life becomes a dance, and this world a dance floor. Insults and taunting by the people do not hurt. Pain and pleasure do not touch. By illumination of background, clouds of ignorance are dispersed. Life becomes beautiful and a play. You become a play, then a player. Moments of ego are understood and seen. Clutches of attachments are broken. Clock time is utilized as the psychological time withers away. There is a genuine interest in life as life becomes light. Relationships become sweeter as the ego gets evaporated. Now we understand mind, what it is competent of and what it not competent of, how the mind works, how stimuli are hitching our sense receptors and they are interpreted and put into memory slots, how then perceptions affect us physically and psychologically, how senses are registered, feelings endorsed, and emotions disturb us. Everything is seen as a movie.